Hey carpoolers, how's it going? I have been gone for a minute and I do apologize. Before we get started though, my name is ST, and if you're new here, this is my carpool. Welcome to it. In this channel we talk about weight loss surgery and all kinds of stuff. So if you like what you see, give it a thumbs up, stick around, do whatever you want. You're free to choose. Okay, so I am not in my car. I am in a friend's car that I'm currently borrowing. It's actually the coolest thing ever. This is a 1998 Chevy Blazer with a V8. Everything in it is pretty much stock and it all works. Ice cold AC, heat, stereo, original. I mean, it's nice. Anyways, enough of that. It's a V8 engine, so sometimes when I get going it makes lots of noise. And if you hear that, I'm really sorry. Anyhow, I'm borrowing my friend's car right now because one of our cars is having an issue, but it's covered under warranty, but we can't just get it to where it needs to go because it has to be towed and blah 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 and all this drama. So my very sweet friend graciously let me borrow one of her cars. So that's what I'm doing. Okay, I have been gone forever and I do apologize. I have all kinds of notes that I've taken because I had every intention of getting on here, talking about Thanksgiving and Christmas and NSVs and do's and what's nots, and I just don't want to make this video 25 minutes long, and I'm sure you don't want to sit through a 25-minute long video, so I'm just gonna scan over some of this stuff. Today is January 3rd, I believe. Yes, today's January 3rd. I will be 8 months post-op January 8th, which I believe is next Tuesday. What I have here is that V8. I'm never prepared for the roar. And when I get into my car and I put on the gas, I'm like, cool. Anyway, car problems. Welcome to the carpool. So the first thing I wanted to discuss on the last video that I wanted to make were Thanksgiving plans. I wanted to say how much I was thankful for everybody that is here, just popped on here or have been here from the beginning. I just am so grateful for your support and love through this whole thing, and this is why we're here. I'm hoping that you can get some love and support from me. That is why we're here, and that's why we do this. So I just wanted to take a minute during that Thanksgiving time that I didn't post to thank everybody for being here. And also, I was incredibly thankful for 2018 having my surgery. I had surgery on May 8th, 2018, and no regrets. So the second thing I wanted to talk about was NSVs, which are non-surgical victories, and I feel like I need to explain that because I'm a part of the weight loss community on InstaHam, and if you haven't seen me there, my name is SteeSleeve, but it's spelled a little different, and I'll put the information down below. I saw somebody repeatedly asking what NSVs were, and we've all started from scratch. So if you don't know what an NSV is, it's a non-surgical victory. So the NSVs that I had at that time were baggy boots, which I posted on InstaHam. I have a pair of brown boots that have always been pretty tight around the calves, and this year when I slipped them on, they were a little baggy around the calves. So that was the NSV that I was totally jazzed about, and I did post that on InstaHam. Zip tie work pants. I don't know if you saw that picture on InstaHam or not. It was mortifying. I put on a pair of pants at home. They're a pair of work pants. They're real soft, and I don't know, it's the type of pants that the more you wear them, the looser and more comfortable they get. I was walking up the steps to work and my pants almost hit the ground. I was so mortified. I got the embarrassment sweats. I ran into work and I hit my girl up and I was like, hey, you got a pin or something? And she went through, she's one of those people we all work with that has everything under the sun at her desk. Super glue, got it. Tweezers, sure. Toenail clippers, anything. Nausea medicine, what flavor? That's my girl. So she did not have a pin. She did have a pin, but it was too small and the fabric was too thick. But she had zip ties. Who has zip ties in their desk? She had zip ties, so we zip tied the mess out of the belt loops in my pants, and they stayed on all day until I finally got home and one of them broke. So, whew, my homegirl saved me, and I did post that picture on InstaHam as well. I hit my Christmas goal. For those of you who might have missed one of my past videos that I mentioned, I had a Christmas goal. It was the first goal that I set ever from having surgery, and that goal was to hit 250 pounds by Christmas Day. And I met and exceeded that goal because I think the first week, the first week of January, I was already at, December, I'm sorry. I was already at 250. I might have been 250 before Thanksgiving. I don't remember, but I hit that goal and exceeded it. So the next goal that I set, I'm probably not going to make it, and if I don't, that's fine. That's why we set goals, to strive for them, but if we don't get there, it is what it is, right? My next goal was to be 224 by January 8th. January 8th is next Tuesday, which I already explained, and I am currently weighing in at 234.8. I weighed this morning, and that's 10 pounds away from next Tuesday. So realistically, I'm not going to reach that goal, but it's okay. I set a new goal. I don't know what that is yet, but I will get back to you. The third thing I wanted to talk about was anxiety and depression. I don't know the last video that I posted. I think I mentioned about getting on medication to help, and I did. And that whole process is, it's pretty difficult. You know, your body goes through being off medication, and then your body goes through... Hold on, I have to pay attention. Then your body goes through getting on new medication and, you know, having it processed that way. So there's a lot of pretty hard bumps in the road during that time period. So for 3 to 4 weeks, I don't want to say I was depressed. I mean, I have had depression in the past, but my problems are mostly anxiety related. But when you're going through medication changes and stuff, it's hard to differentiate between the two. Was I having anxiety attacks? No, but I was at an all-time low, to where I didn't want to get out of bed some days. I didn't want to shower some days. And that was my body getting used to the new medication. I wake up like at 2 a.m. and be wide awake for, you know, my day's supposed to start at 2 a.m. What was the other thing? Oh, the jitters. I would get jitters real bad on the inside. Like, if I lifted my hand up, I expected my hand to be doing one of these numbers, but it was straight as an arrow, but I was shaking on the inside. And that sounds all terrible, but, you know, I went through different periods of all these things, and I finally broke through it. I'm finally feeling better. I'm just really, really excited that the awfulness hump is over. So I also have PCOS, so I never know when my hormones are going to work and when they're not going to work, so I don't know what part of that is hormone related. I do notice pre-menstrually I get a little snappy, and I kind of notice, okay, it's a week prior and this is normally happening to me now, so I don't know if these are my hormones working or what. It's a total and complete discombobulation. Anyway, I talked about medicine, stopping YouTube. I even thought about stopping YouTube. At this point, I had been gone for so long. Why? You know, I still watch y'all's videos. I find new people to watch all the time via InstaHam. I enjoy getting support from this group. I hope somebody gets support from me. I'm not real sure, but, you know, it has crossed my mind. Just quit. You know, uploading YouTube videos is a pain in the butt. But I do enjoy it. I do love it. So it's hard. And plus, when I was going through that whole anxiety, depression, trying to get my medicine figured out, YouTube was not fun for me at that time. I was like, I'd rather watch videos than make videos. So I pretty much am just trucking along. Who knows what the future brings with that. Number 4, exercise or lack thereof. I had not been exercising during Thanksgiving and Christmas break. I can't say... Okay, let me rewind that. That's not completely true. I haven't been consistently planning to exercise. I do get in 30-minute walks. I haven't been in the pool because it had been cold outside. But I haven't been in the gym either because somebody decided to hide Christmas presents in there and I couldn't get in the gym. So I was like, okay, that's your fault. But anyways, really, I could have told them to move them, but I didn't. But I had been going on walks and whatnot and taking the stairs at work and utilizing my Fitbit so many times. I feel my Fitbit vibrate telling me to get up and move. And I ignore it, especially when I'm at work and I'm right in the middle of a report and I have my thought process completely on it. I want to finish what I'm typing so I don't forget and da-da-da-da-da. But now I'm really letting my Fitbit push me. If it tells me, you know, SD, get off your large hiney and move because you haven't moved enough this hour, I get up and move. I'm letting it push me, and I'm waiting for somebody to ask me why I keep walking around the cubicle area, because sometimes if I stop and I am in the middle of work, I don't want to go outside of the office because I'll get too distracted for when I come in to get reeled back in and on my reports. I'll just walk around the cubicle area, and I'm waiting for somebody to be like, girl, what you doing? I'm just going to tell them my Fitbit told me to move, so that's what I'm doing. Okay, number 5, I talked about a chewable, or I wrote down, a chewable vitamin giveaway. I get chewable vitamins from my bariatric clinic. My insurance covers them at 100%. I have told them not to send them to me 1,000 times, and they continue to do so. And each time they send it to me, the estimated value is like $700, and I'm like, stop sending me these things. Somebody is spending money somewhere, and they don't have to be. I can't take these vitamins. And I'll tell you why. When I was going through the esophageal spasms, I took some Tums, which are very similar to the chewable vitamins. They're that chalky berry flavor. I got sick on those. And I don't know about you guys, but have you ever eaten something and then thrown it up and could never eat that thing ever again? That's what happened. So I can't take these. It's multivitamins, it's iron, it's calcium, and I'm just like, and I've got all these vitamins just built up. So I was thinking of maybe doing a giveaway. I don't even know how that stuff works, but just thinking about it. Christmas. Obviously Christmas is past by now. Sorry, I have my air off because I don't want you to be hearing all the air blowing by the speaker. Christmas was wonderful. There's also a lot of heartache this year because this is the first year without my father-in-law because he passed away in May, and my beloved grandmother, who was definitely an influential character in my upbringing, passed away in April. She was 90. And my father-in-law was in his 70s, but he was suffering with stage 4 bone cancer. So this was our first Christmas without them, and it was a little tender and difficult at times, but it wound up being a really good Christmas. Oh, that didn't pan out. So yep. So there, we're caught up now. My schedule is going to be changing. And also, I told you on one of my last videos that Cowboy and I have been carpooling daily. We've been saving tons of money on gas doing that. And it's really been great. It gives us alone time together before work and after work, because we do have quite a bit of a commute to get to town where we work at. And it's been wonderful, but at the same time, I don't have that private time to get on YouTube and just chat away like I'm doing right now. So that's another reason really why I haven't been around, between, you know, the whole medicine thing, the carpool, and the holidays are just busy to begin with. You know what I'm saying. So it's January. I really don't have any resolutions besides just like really hitting the exercise. I do have a cruise that is coming up. It's not coming up. It's in January 2020. It is mine and Cowboy's 15th wedding anniversary, and I am totally looking forward to it. It's almost paid off. I have a whole another year to pay off and save for it. But I'm really looking forward to it, and I have this vision of myself being gorgeous on formal night. That's a goal, y'all. Last cruise I went on, I had a really hard time finding a formal dress for formal night. I think it was a 16 wide, and I was currently wearing a 22. That label was totally off. And at my heaviest, I couldn't even zip that thing up. But I remember being very just uncomfortable. So, and not feeling pretty, not feeling good in my skin, wearing formal clothes because that's what I was supposed to do, but not enjoying it. And that's a goal. I want to enjoy it. I want to look nice. And I even have a dress that I bought forever ago. It still has the tags on it. It's I think it's a large or an extra large. I don't think I ever wore a large, but I think it's an extra large. And when I was thinner back in 2012, I bought it as a goal dress. And that's around the time I started fertility treatment, and my waist size just kept going up and up and up and up, and it never even saw that. Couldn't even shop in that store anymore where I got it from, let alone think about putting that dress on. But when I cleaned out my closet, I did put that dress on. I look ridiculously lumpy in it. I am way too big for that dress. I'm still wearing a 2X. I have gone from a tight 3X to a loose 2X. It's going to be a long time before I'm able to get in this dress, but it is my goal dress for the cruise, and I'm wanting to wear that and look sexy and feel good. So that is a goal for me. Punch buggy white convertible, 2 points for me. As usual, nobody's in the car for me to redeem those points. Never happens. Anyhow, back on track, ST. It's hot in here, guys. It's winter, and it's 78 degrees right now. Woo-wee! Anyhow, what was I talking about? So, in order to do that, I need to tone some things up. I know I'm not going to get rid of all this skin, but I'm also not going to get to where I need to be if I don't start being intentional about exercising. And that's a big issue for me. Meal planning, I'll meal plan in my head all day long. Actually doing it is a whole nother subject. And also exercising. I think I could probably meal plan before I exercise because I hate exercising. Okay, I'm just being real with you. I know I've talked about this before. Exercising for me is just not enjoyable, and I think it's great for those people who just started doing it and they love it, and now it's like the air they breathe and they just can't imagine their day without him. Hey, you know, I'm jelly. I wish that happened for me, but it just don't. I hate it. All of it. Getting dressed for exercising. I'm just like putting my clothes on and putting my sneakers on and I just don't like it. Anyhow, I'm gonna cut this to a close. I think I chased a bunny rabbit there. I was starting to tell you guys that my schedule is about to change. My carpool with Cowboy will be coming to an end somewhere in January. I will be getting my car back. He will be getting a work vehicle of his very own. So we will have more carpools together, and I will be able to spend more time in the afternoon with my sweet little Bill. And I'm actually really looking forward to that, both spending more time with you and little Bill. And one of these days I'm gonna pull her on here. She's always asking, can I be in one of your YouTube videos? And I'm like, I guess, I don't know. And still, it has been 1 year. I bought our DNA ancestry test for Christmas in 2017. Christmas 2018 had just passed, and we still have not done those DNA tests. We will do them, and I hope to record it. I'm like, this whole time there's just white light across my face. That's gotta be so annoying. I apologize. This is how I do things here. I hope you guys are doing fabulous, and I keep spitting when I talk. I just need a nap. Anybody else need a nap? I love you guys so much. Thank you for joining the carpool. Thank you for hanging out and being here with me. I spat again. After my completely long absence, I'm gonna have to have this car detailed before I get back to her because there's just gonna be SD spit everywhere. Alright guys, I hope you have a wonderful evening and your new year is off to the best start ever.